What is up, everybody? My name is Jacob Williman. That is Whitney Denton. Okay, and then we have got a special one for you guys. Okay, we've got Sydney Deshotel. Did I say that right?
You did.
Yeah, we got Sydney Deshotel here. She is a top insurance closer. Okay, she crushes it. She loves it. She loves everything, right? And we got her today for an interview, exclusive one. She's been doing a freaking world tour around, and so she was lucky enough to bless Closers Confessions with, a little spotlight. So, go through a few questions, things like that, and Whitney, I'll let it take it away.
Yes. So I wanted to bring you on, Sydney, because ever since Sniper Insurance joined Empower Life Group, it's been so cool to see how quickly you have grown. Like as a person and as a producer with your team, like it has been so cool. And so we've seen you on boot camps, like on podcasts. Like it's just been so freaking cool. And you were just the coolest freaking human that I have ever met. And so we wanted to bring you on, especially because like this industry is not easy. And so I just wanted you to speak a little bit like as you've gotten into sales and worked with sales reps, like, how do you get out of your own head? Like, how do you get out of your own head, stay confident? Because, like, you are a confident queen. And I know that about you. Like, we've met in person, like, you are. And so, how do you just, because sales is hard, right? And so, like, how do you get out of your own head and just be like, okay, I'm just going to fucking do this damn thing?
So that was like the hardest thing for me, honestly, because when I started, I had no sales experience. I had no money. Like I didn't have anything. I just like knew how to work a lot. And so, like you said, sales is hard. So I would get really excited because I have a great week. And then the next week wasn't so great. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, do I just suck at this?
Yeah.
And so I feel like the mindset thing was the hardest thing for me. And it's the thing that I've had to work the hardest around because it didn't come naturally. And so I think like being just around positive people in general has helped a lot. And also, like, okay, I start like finding some kind of routine because I had no routine before this. I would just like wake up, hop on Zoom, and get on a meeting and everyone's happy. And I'm like, I just woke up. So, like, I started one thing that's helped me a lot is like waking up, going to the gym immediately, like leaving the house,
Oh, wow.
and then, like, yeah, like moving my body because I work from home and sit in a chair all day. So, like, I had to like start waking up super early, going to the gym first thing in the morning, coming home, like having me time and literally just getting on a schedule helped me more than anything. I feel like I've gone my whole life just like bouncing around, doing whatever I wanted, whatever felt good at the
Yeah.
moment. And with this, I was like, no, I need to get on a schedule. I need to be responsible. And so just getting on a schedule, finding time for myself, like that's really, really helped.
Okay, so I got a question on that. So as far as the schedule, a lot of people they set a schedule and then it goes for a week and then they're out. I mean, there's no like accountability. Like, how did you hold yourself accountable to that schedule, and then how did it actually work versus being one of those people that just gives up on it?
Mhm. So I have also done that, like set the
Oh,
schedule and then stopped. And literally, what made me stick to the schedule was like how unhappy I would get. Because again, like you have a bad sales week. And then if that's the only thing that you're doing, if the only thing that we're focused on is work or just like how I did that week, if I had a bad week, I'm going to have a really, really bad mindset. And so I would get really low and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, I hate my life.
wow, yeah.
And so maybe not to that extreme, but maybe it kind of close.
Anyway, hey, we've all been there, right? Let me just be the first
I was
person
That's
gonna
a
to
say
little
say,
anybody
dramatic.
in sales has been to that point though. Like where
Yeah,
you're
like
like, what the fuck am I
where you're
doing?
just like,
yeah,
what do I can't sell anything. And so I would get so unhappy. And it's like, no, I have to stick to this schedule or I get really miserable. And then I don't show up for I'm not a good leader. I'm not a pleasant person to be on the phone with. So obviously I'm not going to be able to help like sell anything.
Right.
So it's like I feel like I would get to those places where I would get so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it's like, no, I
Wow.
need to hold myself accountable so that I'm a pleasant human being to be around.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you pretty much were just like, F this. I'm gonna do it the right way.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like I
Yeah.
want to stick to this. I want to be happy. And just finding things outside of work. And for me, it was like literally going to the gym first thing in the morning, moving, spending time with God or whoever that is to you, like
Right.
doing that first thing in the morning and then working. And then my days, I found that when I would do that, I'd start my days with a positive mindset. My days would go so much better. Like even if I didn't close anything, I was like,
They
okay,
do.
I still accomplished something today, you
Yeah.
know?
I love that so much. Like, how have you because I know your team is growing.
Yeah.
Like it's growing like pretty like and again, like we've only been with Empower for a few months. Like it's been 4 months. And like your team has grown exponentially. Like, how do you kind of like translate that to your agents? Because I know you do, just knowing you.
I don't know. Like we have a meeting every morning and I feel like and they're short meetings just to kind of get the day going. But one thing I do try to always bring is positivity, and I can't do that if I'm not, like I can't translate that if I'm not feeling it myself. Something like that's really hard to fake. And so having a team has also really held me accountable for it too, because I'm like, okay, it's not just about me now. Like I want my team to succeed. If I'm not showing up as a good version of myself, like I can't translate that to them.
Yeah.
And like I want to show up for them. I want them all to succeed, you know?
Yeah. And it kind of like rubs off on them too. It's like little kids, like
Yeah.
whoever decides how to
Yes.
today. That makes sense.
Right. Right. Exactly. Cause like that stuff does come from the top. Like all of that's really, really important. If I had a leader that showed up really unhappy every day, I'd be like, well,
I would suck. Well, I
yeah,
think
You're
that
like, this
sucks.
sucks.
so. A lot of, Sydney, I'm sure you understand this. Me and Whitney definitely do. A lot of people in the insurance industry, they just get recruited to like whatever moron got to them, or they just go around to 10 different agencies and yeah, well, hey, let's do me too. All right.
Me the first time.
You the
I've been
first
there.
time.
It's fine.
And so when other people are like, who the hell do I trust? I mean, you almost just have to trust absolutely nobody. Luckily, I was blessed with meeting Caden was the first one for me. But I mean, I've been recruited by other people. I just said no to them because I know Caden. What should someone look for? Because this is a good like what should someone look for in a recruiter, I suppose, and then how do you try to emulate that?
So I have a similar experience because I didn't start off with Empower. And I feel like if you're new to the industry, it sucks because I feel like some people prey on that.
Yeah.
And it's super shitty. But I would say the biggest red flag is that if someone's immediately if you're brand new and like you haven't gotten any sales training or been taught structure and your upline is already talking about recruiting to you, like that's a huge red flag because and that like that was done to me too. So I get it before I joined Empower. And I didn't know what I didn't know, right? Like when you're brand new to the industry, you don't know these things. So you think that it's normal. And I did. And so if your upline is talking about recruiting to you immediately, but there's no way to translate, they're not teaching you how to actually sell, like that's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
agree.
you're taught to recruit before you even know how to sell, or there's no systems in place that you can actually like replicate and teach to other people, like how is your team ever going to succeed? You know?
Okay.
And it sounds like we have a similar, I've gone through the
Yeah, I
same
was gonna say
thing.
my first upline, I went through my entire contacts list in my phone and DM or like texted them and was
Like that's
like, hey,
insane.
have you ever thought about like working in life insurance? Like, how fucking lame
That's
is that? But
insane.
Hey,
I did
Sydney,
it. I did it to former bosses, like
Right.
embarrassing.
Like that's crazy to me. But like I get it because when you're brand new, you think that it's a
You just
normal.
don't
You're
know.
just like
Yeah, it's like,
maybe it's kind of weird, but like this really successful person's telling me to do it. So
I'm
I
gonna
guess
do it.
I'll try it too. Yeah.
yeah,
Should I? Hey,
yeah.
wait. Should I tell her the story about me at the mall?
Yes, you
have to
should.
now.
Okay. Wait, what'd you say?
I said, you have to tell me
Yes.
Okay.
now.
The
So,
answer is yes.
okay, I'm not going to say the name just because I have it on my other videos, but with Whitney, I'm not going to say the name. But the place where we were before, the requirement was you had to get, it was like your starting 10, and you had to get 10 numbers of people that would like to join in insurance to get leads. To get your first leads, you had to turn in that list. And what's funny is
Yeah, it
the
was a
day
captive
after I did
agency.
this,
You're
yeah,
lying.
I'm not lying.
No, it was
The
a
day
captive
after I did
agency.
this, they discarded that rule for us. But I was sitting there and I was like, I want this so bad. I really do not want to do this. And I texted Caden. I was like, Caden, please, dude, please don't make me do this. He was like, dude, just do it. Stop being a bitch. I was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do it. And so I was like, all right, how do I do a pattern interrupt? I'm gonna wear sweats and a wife beater. And I went to the mall and I was like, hey, do you want to work at insurance? Can I get your phone number? Someone was like, some girl was like, no, no, please no, and then walked away. And I was like, holy shit, this girl thinks I'm a rapist. This other guy was like, no, dude, and like, I don't want you talking to any of my employees. Can you get out of here, please? And I was like, yeah, yeah, sure. And so I figured out because I was dressed in a wife beater, like, chain, like, I don't know, I looked like a criminal. And I was in there, I was like, oh, they won't think I'm like a recruiter if I'm dressed like this. It just backfired. But I ended up getting, in 1 hour, I ended up getting
You
10
got the
people's phone
list
numbers.
though. I will say you got the list.
He got the list.
He
Yeah.
got the full
Oh,
list.
hell yeah, Jacob.
Yeah.
And
And
he didn't
so
tell anybody other than Caden. And Caden
That's
didn't tell
hilarious.
us.
I was
He
like,
just like came
God,
back the next day and was like, I got it.
yeah, it took me one total hour, which was crazy. That's the crazy part. I went through
Yeah.
like the 7 stages of wanting to kill myself and then feeling great in 1 hour. And I was driving home. I was like, wow, thank fuck I got that over with.
Like, I got the list, baby.
I couldn't even get leads
Yeah.
until I got 10 people to.
I love how you were like, I'm going to pattern interrupt. Let me wear sweats and a wife beater.
Dude,
It was this.
the amount of fucking laughter though when Jacob got on Zoom the next day and he was like, yeah, I was going to pattern interrupt them. And I just like wore a wife beater and everybody was like, what the fuck, Jacob?
Yeah.
I love this story.
But it built character as well, right?
Yeah.
It did.
If
It did.
Katie tells me to do something, I just really do it 99% of the time.
Yeah.
So even if I do it, I was like, all right, I got you, bro. Like, yeah, see, I totally get what you're saying. And I think what you're saying, as far as that specific warning, it's a great one. It's a good warning for people to
True.
look
I feel
A
like
good warning.
I feel like everyone in the industry or almost everyone has experienced something or some upline like that. And it's like, just run. If it's like that immediately, just
Yeah.
run.
That's why, like, every once in a while, Kaden will get a recruit that's like, yeah, I'm brand new to insurance. I just got licensed. Like, tell me what to do. And I'm like, oh my God, God must love you.
because they get to Kaden first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Literally.
nobody. Like, I mean, our team at Sniper is like 50, 60 people ish. I mean, Sydney, you know how it goes, probably better than
people
Jacob.
already?
Like,
I don't know.
but oh yeah, there's like 60 people in the Slack channel,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's like, 10 of them are producing because
Oh,
that's just how insurance works. But
Yeah, and like contracting phases, all of that stuff.
yeah,
It just
like there's
sucks.
just all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I would say like 2 of them are like brand new insurance, clean slate. I'm like, God, if I would have gotten somebody like Kaden or Dana
The first
when I
time.
was the first time, oh my God.
I have said that so many times. Like if I would have started off over here, we'd be in a much better
Mhm.
position now. Or like if I get a new
Yes.
agent, I'm like, I think the same things. Like you're starting off the right way,
Yes. You're like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't even know. It's like
Yeah.
having kids. You're like, you don't even know how hard it
Yeah.
could be.
You don't have to have the horror stories that we do.
Yes.
But
And
that's
that's
gonna make
good
you a
though.
better, manager, Sydney, right? Or whatever it may be, because whatever the title is, because you know what I mean? If I obviously ever manage anybody, I'm gonna be a good one.
Wait, I didn't hear what you
Yeah.
said. Maybe
No, I said that's gonna make you like a good like manager or whatever the title,
Oh,
or like I don't know what that title is, Whitney.
yeah, being able to have that experience, I feel like it makes you a better leader. Like because if you've come in the industry with a great experience and you don't know how to relate, and not to say that there's anything wrong with starting off and having a perfect experience, but when you've had the experience of having to transfer IMOs and then just having maybe starting off with not the best upline or not the best IMO, and then you experience having a really, really good one, like you can relate to more people, because I feel like it's not the norm to just start off at, I don't know. I feel like there's more horror stories about people jumping from IMO to find the right place. So you're able to help a lot more people when you have experiences like that.
Yeah. No, it's so true. It's so true, especially like, because like I said, I've been working with Caden for 2 years now. And like we've jumped. Like we have jumped.
It was
Like
like a
between like
group thing.
four.
Oh my God.
No,
Like,
like, but like we have. And like Jacob's seen a part of it, but like we have jumped from like four different IMOs trying to find the right one. And even somebody like Caden, who is very like renowned in the world of
Yeah.
insurance sales, is like still like he'll spend a couple months and he's like, yeah, no, this is not fucking it. Like
Like
this
this
is
isn't
not
it.
it. This isn't
Right.
it. Um, and it
But
also
it's,
is just like good for like your learning, like as a leader, like being in different places, like it makes you a better leader.
it
And
does.
so I like that, that like you have that experience and like you've been through that already. Like you can just understand where people are coming from and like empathize with them on a different level than somebody that just like is like, yeah, I just came in and it's all hunky dory and like whatever.
Right.
those
I'm sure y'all can relate to this, but there were so many times like during that, because no matter what, when and y'all experience this more times than I have, but like the contracting phase, when you're going from one IMO to the next, it just sucks because you're like having to call different carriers and find out which carriers aren't going to release, or if you can get released. And there are so many times where I was like just filling out paperwork or just so many DocuSigns. And I would get so annoyed. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be able to help someone with this experience one day. Like, this will be worth it, I
Yeah.
promise.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how many people are on your team now? Your specific team?
Uh, I think I have like, right now, I think I have like 13 writing
Oh, like
agents.
under you?
Yeah, yeah, which is
Oh,
really
damn. That makes
Heck
cool
sense.
because
yeah.
I know, because I've never, like, once I came here, I started experiencing growth pretty quickly. Like I was at my last IMO for like a year and a half, and I
Mhm.
had a few agents, but everything happened really quickly over here, which is, and it's like I have really good agents too. And so I'm really excited about it. Like I love my
Yeah,
team.
that's pretty sick. Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
how many are you trying
You've
to get
like
to?
grown quickly.
How many am I trying to get to?
Yeah.
I don't have a number. I want, like, I don't want to do the whole thing where you like grow too quickly and then you can't keep up with all of your agents. Like I want everyone to be successful,
Right.
you know. And we do have the tools over here. Like it's not like Dana does the training and we have, whatever. Everyone has like systems in place, but the last thing I want is to like grow too quickly and then my agents feel like they're neglected or something. I would never want that to happen. So, like, I want to make sure everyone's up and like, I don't have a number of what I want it to get to. I do know I want to get, like, I want a big team. I want to have leaders who have agents too, who eventually become leaders, and whatever that number ends up being, I'm really happy with, but I do want a big team.
Right. Okay. That makes
Because
sense.
like I do feel like this industry, it really can change your life. Like I had nothing. I came with no money. Like it was rough for me
Yeah.
starting out.
Well, actually, I wanted to ask about that because sales in general can change your life, but sales is fucking hard. Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you started off, you came into your first IMO with the ability to work very hard. Like,
Mhm.
what got you into sales, and like, where'd you learn that work ethic from?
Um, I I don't know where the work ethic comes from. I think in
Oh,
my head, I'm like, if I don't do it, like what else am I gonna do? Like, like I was very determined to have, like, I want a good life, and I was really sick of being broke, and I was broke when I first came into the industry. Like I didn't have anything. Um, and so I've always worked. Like I have, but I never felt like I was always living like paycheck to paycheck and stuff like that. And I was really, really sick of just constantly living in survival mode. And once I saw what was possible in this industry, I was like, I don't have a plan B. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this work. And so I
Wow.
started off calling aged leads because I didn't have much money to spend. And I would work like 12-hour days, 7 days a week. But for me, it was like I didn't have a plan B, and I had the ability to, right? Like I don't have kids, or so I didn't have anything else to worry about except for myself.
Right.
And so I did have the ability to work, but it was hard.
Wow.
Like it
Yeah,
was
we need to know
really,
about that.
really, really hard. And yeah, I worked a lot, and I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to make this work no matter what, because I don't have a plan B.
Wow.
I love that. And like, especially because a lot of reps get stuck in this like, and so I'm curious on your perspective on this because like a lot of reps get stuck with like the tomorrow goal and then
Mhm.
like the next year goal.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people have a hard time kind of like finding that happy medium, like somewhere in
Yeah.
between where you're like, okay, what's the like tangible next step goal? So
Mhm.
like, did you have something like that or like how did you stay in the present like while you were going through that that phase of life? Because I think that's where a lot of people quit. So like how did
Mhm.
you stay present? How did you stay like consistent in that phase?
Like that's hard because I know for me, like again, I didn't have money. So I'm thinking about, okay, I'm in this career with the ability to make a lot of money. What will my life look like next year? And it's or 5 years from now. And those are good. Like it's good to think about stuff like that. Like we want to have goals, but if like if we can't focus on right now, because what would happen, I would think about all those goals and then I'd start getting anxiety about like next week and what if this policy lapses, just really dumb stuff that didn't really matter. And so it is like it's super important, like it's good to have goals, it's good to set goals, but like to live in the present is super important. And that is something that I still to this day have to be mindful about, because it's really easy for my mind to like go all these crazy places and start worrying about things that don't like probably will never happen, because I just start picturing the worst case scenario with everything. And like honestly, I have had to work on my relationship with God, or like whatever higher power it is in general, to stay present. And that's kind of the only answer that I have for that. Like I have had
That's
to
a good
pray
one.
like, yeah, I've had to pray like crazy. And then the gym has helped me a lot too. Like finding things like in my mind, I'm like, I need to align mind, body, and spirit before 8 a.m. And if I do that, my mind typically stays controlled throughout the rest of the day, you know? But if I don't align those three things really early in the morning, then that's whenever I start going all these crazy places and start worrying about the future and, you know, making scenarios up in my head that will never happen.
Yeah.
I love that. Is there anything else you're doing? Like, because I love the like aligning your mind, body, and soul. Like, I resonate with that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and I know you mentioned the gym. Like, is there anything else you're doing specifically, like in the mornings, like to like really make that click in the beginning of the day?
Yeah. So I'll go to the gym first thing in the morning. When I get home, I try to, and listen, I had to learn all this stuff. This stuff doesn't just come naturally to me, I promise. I'm not like some really big spiritual guru. But I have this journal and I find 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then I also started this manifestation thing where it's like I'll speak as if these things are already happening. Like I'm so grateful that my relationship with God has become number one in my life. I'm so grateful that my team is super successful and they're all producing and now they have agents of their own. I'm so grateful that like I am at peace. All of these things that
Right.
I want my life to look like, I journal that first thing in the morning. And that's kind of my routine. Like, so mind, body, and then like I also try to listen to some kind of audiobook or read a book. I just ordered one that actually Kaden recommended to me. I forgot the name of it, but it was just delivered today. So I'm trying to get better with reading too.
Right.
um,
This is
no,
like all Chase Hughes stuff. Have you like looked into him or
who?
I guess not. Chase Hughes?
Wait,
It's like
Chase Hughes, is that?
yeah.
Wait, and what does he hold on, let me look at the book that I just ordered. Hold on.
The
It,
answer is
it
probably
probably it
yes.
probably is that. It's
Yeah, the
crazy
answer
because
is
everything
yes.
you're doing is what Caden is teaching our entire team on the fitness offer to do to like lift ourselves up. It's crazy how you figure that out mostly on your own. I mean, that's like unreal.
Oh, so it's funny. The book is by Chase Hughes, but everything else that I was doing, like the manifestation thing, that literally came from like talking to friends, or it was just like it kept being put in front of me.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine spoke to me about it, and then like I talked to y'all about it, and then I was calling leads one day. A client started talking to me about it, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. God wants me to start doing this stuff, so let me
Yeah,
just
for
start
real.
doing it.
Yeah, that's how it aligns. It was funny on last week's episode, which got deleted.
I know it
Which
got
got
deleted.
deleted because
That's my bad.
well, anyway, we just went off about a
Yeah,
bunch of bullshit the entire time. Anyway,
we
I was
did.
telling Whitney about how I was trying to hypnotize myself when I was a teenager. I used to read a lot of like male empowerment, like male like self-help books when I was a young adult and an older teenager. And that was one of the ways I would do this. I convinced myself that I'm already something. In that case, it was when I was a virgin, when I was a teenager. Now that's a whole different story, but I can
Yeah, no,
This
relate
is
with
Jacob
a
that.
fun
literally
podcast.
convinced himself he was not a virgin anymore. And that's
Yeah,
how he got confidence to talk to girls.
yeah,
It's
No
actually
way.
fucking impressive. Like it's
yeah.
so
I
impressive
was,
and like
I was impressed myself.
it's
Gosh.
So, but yeah, no, I would like talk to myself. No one's around, and I would literally convince myself that I was something, and that positive self talk. It just is so powerful, and that's crazy that you would actually figure that out on your own. And usually, when people hear that, they're like, "Oh, that's bullshit." You know, like that's not actually going to
No,
help me, but it does.
it's
yeah.
so true. And like, believe me, I have been that person. I was never like, oh, that's bullshit. But I feel like it's been presented to me for a long time before I actually took action.
Right.
I just started doing it within the past year. Because it's really easy to be like, oh, that stuff's just like kind of crazy or whatever, but it's so real. Like for anyone who's listening, if y'all ever try just manifesting or like journaling, talking as if you're 10 years or 5 years in the future and writing down like what you're grateful for as if it's already happening. I promise the first time that you do it, it's actually fun. Like the first time that I did it, I remember getting this really cool feeling. I was like, wait, I really like this. Like this is fun. Because then you're like, wait, if I keep doing this every day and I keep showing up and being my best self every day, this could actually be real. And then you start to believe it. And it's really, really cool.
It's your brain's reticular activating system, like just looking for things that are common to like grab onto. And so it's like the more you write it down, the more your brain's going to be like, oh yeah, that's just normal. Like that's just
Yeah.
normal. And like you're just going to grab onto it. And like that becomes your reality. It's funny because like I post a lot online about like being Delulu, but like it's a real fucking thing.
It's a real
Like
thing.
it's a
Good.
real thing. And like that's just a funny way to say it. But yes. Anyways. Yes, the last topic I wanted to ask you, Sydney, is because you are a badass. Like you have a team, you're successful, you're obviously beautiful. Like I know because we're friends that you are single.
Thanks.
And so give us the tea. Like, what does it take to date Sydney Deshotel?
You're making me blush.
He's like $1 million in the bank account, 6'8". Just play it.
Badass bitch. Like, what does it take? Come on, because there's a list. There has to be.
Okay. I am attracted to like good men. Okay. I feel like I have had really poor taste in men when I was younger. Now I'm
Oh
just like,
goodness.
just be a good person, please. Um, And I do feel like I'm attracted to people who are ambitious. That doesn't mean like rich. I'm just like ambitious because if you're doing something in life, like that to me is attractive, hot. Like I don't care if you have it right now, but if you have that ambition, you want to go places, I like that. You know, because like I'm the same way. I feel like we're all the same way. Like we all want to go places in life. Um, honestly, just like be a good person and ambition and I
But
don't
like
know.
you have a type. Like we all have a type. Come on.
What is my
Like
type?
Would you date a guy that like
what is your
beat homeless
type?
children or something? Or like, what do you mean by that?
We're gonna put your face on YouTube and people are gonna be like, okay, wait, we love her. Like, how do we date her?
I don't know what my type is. Like, I don't know, Whitney. I'm put on the spot.
Like, think about it. Like, think about your life 5 years from now. You have a husband, maybe kids, maybe not, like your preference, but like you have a husband, he's sitting next to you on the couch. Like, what does he look like?
I have been single for so long, I can't even picture that. Like, I can't even picture what my husband would look like. In my head, I'm just like being a good person in general, like in every area of your life, like loyal and honest, all of those things, and like a relationship with some, like, I don't care what kind of, I'm not religious or anything. I feel like I'm more spiritual, but believing in something because I feel like that makes us good people, more likely to do the right thing. I'm also probably the most understanding person because I have not made the best choices in my past. So I like whenever people are really easy to talk to and just understanding and non-judgmental. But like, I don't even know what he would look like, Whitney.
No, the reason I asked though is because like you're gorgeous, you're single, you're successful. You could literally feasibly on paper get any fucking guy you want. Like
Whitney.
you could.
Gas you
Bitch,
up.
you're
Let's
hot. You
go.
know you're hot. Like you have to know you're hot. Like, and so it's like you could get anybody you want because like, and I think especially, and this is going to be like the full woman empowerment section,
Yeah.
like you can provide for yourself. Like you can provide for
Mhm.
yourself. You are providing for yourself and you have so much going for you. And so you can choose. You can
Yeah.
literally handpick somebody. Like, and so the ideal criteria thing is like fun and but like you actually can do that because like you do have everything going for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Whitney. Thank you. Stop.
Whitney, you're gonna get a one a.m. text. Whitney, you're the best. I can't sleep tonight. I
Let
just
me
feel so
texting Whitney,
good.
hey, you up? So nice. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like I don't have as far as like superficially, just don't be like I don't want someone like shorter than me, you know?
Well, okay, I'll
Like,
tell you.
I mean, that's not hard. I'm like 5'3".
Jacob's like a full foot taller than you.
Uh, I'm more than a foot taller than you.
Oh yeah, a foot and 1 inch.
Yeah,
A
foot
foot
money.
and an inch. Like I'm tall as shit. And like if somebody were the same height as me, I'd be like, if you're confident and you're like, you know what I mean? Like if you're like the
Yeah.
full package, I'd be like, okay. Even though on paper, like my entire life, I've been like, you need to be taller than me. You need to be 6 foot. Like you could, in theory, be the same height as me because like I am the average height or I am the height of the average man. You know what
Yeah.
I
If
mean?
if they're confident about it, like you can totally, yeah.
You can
Because it really
totally
is
do
about
it.
confidence. If you're like
It
working that
is.
shit, it
Well,
really
like
is.
just yeah, like if you're confident, like okay, cool. Like I can work with
Yeah.
that. But like
I agree. I actually agree with you there.
I wonder what the average height of the average Closers Confessions viewer is. We're gonna figure that out.
oh my God,
We're
we
gonna
should
get
take a
some data.
poll.
Wait, the average
Yeah.
height of what? I
The
can
average
chat to
Closers Confessions viewer or
the
podcast
average.
viewership.
Oh,
The
Because it's called
viewer,
there's a
yeah.
podcast called the Closers Confessions.
I
So
hope we
there
didn't
you go.
offend anyone just now. Sorry.
No,
It's
that's
fine.
why well that's the reason
Anybody
why you
that
asked.
knows me
So
and Jacob knows Kaden and they're not easily offended.
yeah, no. And even if they do, like,
My kind of people.
Yes.
I'm holding it down for the men on the male viewership here, so we're all good. We're all good.
Thank God.
Yeah. You just
So
you hike up the height rate,
there you
the
go. That's it.
average.
Exactly. Yeah. So, well, I mean, we're a really tall podcast. She's really just bringing it down. If she comes on.
Yeah.
And so,
Only
all
by
right,
five
guys.
inches, okay?
Yeah, it's all right. Final thought here, Sydney. I wanted to ask this specifically before we exit here. Whenever people start getting good income and funds, there's always one thing they can't wait to do when they celebrate. For you, what has been something that you just like splurged on, your most favorite thing? You're like, F it, I'm spending all this money or whatever it may be, just to kind of celebrate your success. If you have
Okay.
something.
Honestly, I have not gotten to that point yet. I think because I came in so broke, like I was always I've been really strict with my money. Now I do want to move this year. I don't know where I want to move yet, and that'll probably be
Utah.
a really big expense. Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
you're gonna
I'm
buy a
thinking
house?
about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Ooh, let's go.
So I really like I've actually one thing that I can say I've been really smart with my money. I never went out and bought anything crazy. I mean, like I'll buy extensions and stuff like that. Like that's not cheap. But like as far as just this big purchase, I never did that.
Okay.
I've been really smart with it.
Well, what's the celebration you've done? Maybe you've gone to like a nice dinner or you went to Disney World or something.
Oh, I've been to
That's what I
plenty.
do. I go to Disney World.
Yeah. I've been to like I've been to a lot of nice dinners. I mean, I like having dinner, so
Or
I'll
like
do
a
that.
celebratory one.
Yeah, I'll do all of that. I feel like now if I want to go somewhere, like I go. And is that to me is like freedom because I've never been able to do that. So like if I want to go travel somewhere, like if I went to New York a couple months ago, I feel like last year I was in a different state. I never went out of country, but like I was in like a different state every month. And sometimes it was for work, sometimes it was to visit family, sometimes it was just to go. But I do like doing stuff like that just because I never had the chance to do it before.
There you have it.
So
There you
yeah.
have it.
That was the best. I love that. I'm like inspired a little bit actually by that. That was so good.
All right, everybody. This has been the newest episode of the Closures Confessions podcast. I am Jacob Williman. That is Whitney Denton. We had Sydney Deshotel on today, and she was amazing, guys. So I was about to say something crazy. She was amazing.
They're in love.
She
They're
was
getting
amazing.
married next week.
We went over so many great things, guys. Also, might look out for her in the future too. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But anyway, we will see you guys next time. Peace.